The erotic thriller was a genre that was frequently produced in the 80s and 90s, but has lessened lately as societal norms have changed, with Babygirl director-writer Helena Rijn attempts to revive it. Feeling like a script another Dutch filmmaker, Paul Verhoeven, might have directed, the film has a few interesting ideas as it explores the roles and responsibilities of women in high positions, but eventually starts to feel repetitive. The two principal characters are ones who become insufferable after a while, and while that might have been the intent, it still makes the movie a bit of a chore to sit through. Nicole Kidman does well enough in the lead role of Romy, the CEO of an Amazon-type company. We do see the respect and command she holds within the office walls, and the film is able to establish her family relationships quite well. There is some commentary on the automation of certain industries in the opening scenes, although that eventually goes away after a while. Most of the focus is on the inappropriate office relationship between Romy and Harris Dickinson's intern Samuel. When they begin their affair, the movie plays with the power dynamics there and the unexpected direction that goes in. However, at a certain point, they just become bothersome to watch. They attempt to manipulate the other. Samuel just becomes whiny and intolerable, and it's perplexing what exactly Romy finds charming about him and why she wants to play this game. She's not much better, her behavior and reactions proving quite frustrating. Rijn includes several sex scenes, which get more repetitive with each new one, and the attempted shock value dissipates very quickly. The film slogs along from each plot point to the next, and little seems to progress, outside the occasional revelation here and there. Romy's dynamic with her family becomes a more interesting aspect than this office romance, and there's a wish that had been developed more, especially Romy's daughter. Her husband, well played by Antonio Banderas, becomes about the only sympathetic person in the movie, and his reactions are completely understandable. Even with his few flaws presented here, it's difficult to understand or relate to why Romy makes the choices she does. There are some later plot developments that provide some additional commentary, and it does make one think, but the tedium of the rest of the movie means having to sit through a lot of uninteresting scenes to get there. Babygirl is not without its occasional merits, and it's a noble attempt to bring the erotic thriller to the 2020s. Helena Rijn does deserve some credit for being willing to go to certain places. However, it just gets tiring watching Romy and Samuel have their sexual tussles and back and forths, and they just don't become fleshed out enough to sustain interest, despite the best efforts from Nicole Kidman. The commentary that slips through as it explores what it's like to be a female CEO has a bit of bite, but not enough to elevate the story and make one want to follow the characters more and see where this affair takes them.